Leonardo Lizard.
Lizard reads, all, all, all. Lizard reads, all, all, all. Lizard reads, all, all, all.
Leonardo the lizard to circle went. He spent the night in a tent, and when trouble came, Leonardo was sent. Leonardo the lizard saw problems ahead. He warned his friends. Run, he said, to the lovely lodge. The lively friends fled.
Leonardo Lizard was camping out in a tent made of lilac leaves with Uncle Louie Lobster at the Circle L Ranch. Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Louie Lobster were being quietly put to sleep by the bzzz bzzz of mosquitoes. Suddenly, Leonardo Lizard heard crunch, munch, munch, munch. "Wake up, Uncle Louie Lobster!" hollered Leonardo Lizard. "Something is nibbling at our lilac leaf tent." Uncle Louie Lobster quickly jumped out of his sleeping bag. "Whatever is the matter, Leonardo Lizard? What's all this noise?" yelled the frightened Uncle Louie Lobster. Leonardo Lizard pointed up. Uncle Louie Lobster saw what Leonardo Lizard saw. The top of the lilac leaf tent was wiggling. Uncle Louie Lobster heard what Leonardo Lizard heard. Crunch, munch, munch, munch. "Leap, Leonardo Lizard! Let's be lively and leave the lilac leaf tent!" shouted Uncle Louie Lobster as he pulled Leonardo Lizard out of his sleeping bag. It suddenly seemed like Leonardo Lizard was on legs. "Please stop nibbling on our tent," called Leonardo Lizard as Uncle Louie Lobster finally pulled Leonardo Lizard's long, flat tail from the sleeping bag. Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Louie Lobster did not really know what they would see when they got outside the lilac leaf tent. They never would have guessed what it was. Lady Lily Lamb stood there in the moonlight. Lady Lily Lamb was dressed in a lavender purple lamb's wool sweater. This lavender lamb's wool sweater had lots of lace and little frills. Lady Lily Lamb had a purple bow on her white curly head. She had a purple bow on her little tail too. A silver bell tied around her neck tinkled every time Lady Lily Lamb walked. Lady Lily Lamb swallowed in a hurry. She licked her lips daintily, like a lady. "Oh, hello, hello, Louie Lobster!" exclaimed Lady Lily Lamb in surprise. "I never expected to meet a lizard and a lobster out here this evening. I was taking a walk in the woods," continued Lady Lily Lamb, "and I decided I'd like a snack. Lilac leaves are my most favorite snack of all." "Lady Lily Lamb," Uncle Louie Lobster began to explain, "I'd like to have you meet Leonardo Lizard. Leonardo Lizard and I were camping out in a lilac leaf tent tonight." Lady Lily Lamb's large blue eyes opened wide. "Oh my! I apologize for nibbling a snack right out of your lilac leaf tent. There is quite a large hole," said Lady Lily Lamb seriously. "Well, a little fresh air won't hurt us anyway," said Uncle Louie Lobster cheerfully. "We'll forgive you, Lady Lily Lamb." Then they all laughed together. "I sincerely thank you, Louis Lobster and Leonardo Lizard," said Lady Lily Lamb, lowering her blue eyes shyly. "I'm glad I met you, Leonardo Lizard. I hope you will come to the Circle L games in the morning. All the animals will come out to play. Farewell." "Good night, Lady Lily Lamb," answered Uncle Louis Lobster. "I'm glad I met you too, Lady Lily Lamb," called Leonardo Lizard. So Uncle Louis Lobster and Leonardo Lizard went to sleep again in the lilac leaf tent. The stars twinkled their little lights down through the hole in the tent. Early the next morning, Uncle Louis Lobster and Leonardo Lizard's campsite was a busy place. There were many chores to do around the place. "It is not good to sleep late, Leonardo Lizard," Uncle Louis Lobster thought Leonardo Lizard. Leonardo Lizard rolled up the sleeping bags while Uncle Louis Lobster fixed breakfast. Granola and luscious loganberries made such a delicious trail breakfast. Then the Circle L animals came out into the corral to play. The little lambs began to play "The Farmer in the Dell" with Lady Lily Lamb. Uncle Louis Lobster gave lobster horseshoe rides around the corral. Then Uncle Louis Lobster taught Leonardo Lizard to use the lariat, cowboy's rope. Leonardo Lizard learned to use the lariat by lassoing or roping a log. Leonardo Lizard learned that he could lasso best using his left hand. Leonardo Lizard was a left-handed lizard. Later that day, Uncle Louis Lobster started a fishing contest for the Circle L animals. Uncle Louis Lobster would give prizes at the end of the week to the animals who caught the largest, longest fish. Leonardo Lizard's papa came to lovely Lizard Lake to fish with Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Louis Lobster. "Hello, Papa Lizard!" squealed Leonardo Lizard as he came running to hug Papa Lizard. "I'm so glad to see you!" "I came down to the lake to fish with you, son," smiled Papa Lizard. "I also decided to let Uncle Louis Lobster use 2 of my fishing lures as prizes for the contest." Papa Lizard held up a purple plastic worm and a yellow bobber ball. "Thank you, Papa Lizard," said Uncle Louis Lobster. "You are very thoughtful." Leonardo Lizard, Papa Lizard, and Uncle Louis Lobster fished all the livelong day. They caught several nice fish, but they would have to wait until the end of the week to learn whether they would be the winners. That night, as Uncle Louis Lobster tucked Leonardo Lizard into his sleeping bag again, he said, "What a full day this has been on the Circle L Ranch." "I am glad to be in my sleeping bag," said Leonardo Lizard very sleepily. "Sleep well, my lively little left-handed cowboy," said Uncle Louis Lobster lovingly as Leonardo Lizard went to sleep. The next thing Leonardo Lizard knew, he was feeling wet. Drizzle, drizzle, plink, plink. Suddenly, lightning flashed. Lightning lit up the tent just long enough for Leonardo Lizard to see the leak. Leonardo Lizard jumped up to look at the large, leaky hole in their tent. Rain was sprinkling through the hole Lady Lily Lamb had left in the lilac leaf tent. It was beginning to rain harder and harder every minute. Leonardo Lizard called loudly, "Wake up, Uncle Louis Lobster! Our lilac leaf tent has a large leak!"